Have you ever seen a health headline and thought, wait, I swear I heard the exact opposite like 6 months ago? One day coffee is good for you, the next day coffee is bad for you. One article says people who take supplements are healthier, another article says supplements don't really do anything. One study says a certain supplement is linked to a lower risk of disease, and another study says it's not. And I think a lot of people walk away from those headlines thinking scientists just can't make up their mind. But today I want to introduce you to a concept that epidemiologists think about constantly. And once you understand it, you'll start to look at health information differently. That concept is called confounding. Now don't let that word scare you. You don't need a statistics degree to understand this. Actually, this is something you already use in everyday life. Confounding is essentially asking, is there another explanation for what I'm seeing? And that one question can protect you from believing a lot of misleading claims. So what is confounding? Let's start with a simple example. Imagine you read a headline that says people who drink coffee have higher rates of heart disease. You might immediately think, okay, coffee causes heart disease. But before you jump to that conclusion, epidemiologists ask, is there anything else about coffee drinkers that might explain this relationship? For example, historically, people who drank a lot of coffee were also more likely to smoke. They might also work longer hours. They might also have higher stress levels. They might also sleep less. So now we have a question. Is coffee itself increasing heart disease risk? Or are there some other factors explaining the heart disease? Maybe coffee has nothing to do with it. Maybe smoking, stress, or sleep are influencing the result. These other factors are potential confounders. A confounder is basically a third variable that is related to both the thing that we're studying and the outcome that we're looking at. In simpler terms, something else is involved that makes the relationship look stronger, weaker, or completely different than it really is. Let's talk about some examples outside of nutrition because confounding is everywhere. Example number 1, ice cream sales and drowning deaths. Researchers noticed that when ice cream sales go up, drowning deaths also increase. Does that mean that ice cream causes drowning? Obviously not. The hidden variable is temperature. When it gets hotter, people buy ice cream. People also swim more. And unfortunately, more swimming means more opportunities for drowning. So temperature explains both. Ice cream and drowning are related, but ice cream does not cause drowning. Another example. People who carry umbrellas are more likely to get wet. Does carrying an umbrella make you wet? No. Rain is the explanation. People carry umbrellas because it's raining outside, and rain is what makes them wet. This seems obvious when we look at everyday examples like the rain one or the ice cream one, but when we're looking at health research, the relationships are often much more complicated. Now, why does this matter to health information? Let's apply it to wellness. Let's say you see a headline. People who exercise are happier. That sounds pretty straightforward. Exercise is good for mental health. And there's actually a lot of evidence supporting the relationship between physical activity and improved mental health. But epidemiologists still ask questions. Could there still be other factors involved? Maybe people who exercise regularly also have a stronger social support system, spend more time outside, have more stable routines, have better access to healthcare, have more resources and time available to them. Those things could also influence mental health. Now, this doesn't mean that exercise doesn't improve mental health and there's no relationship there. Of course, there is a relationship. We're just taking a closer look at the relationship and all of the factors that can influence the strength of the relationship. This is a really important point to emphasize. Confounding does not mean that nothing is real. It means let's be careful about exactly what conclusions we make and how we apply it. Good science is not about immediately accepting or rejecting an idea. It's about asking what else could explain this. To connect this back to my personal life and how I kind of use this epidemiologist thinking that I've been trained in and apply it to my life, this is something that I think about a lot with confidence. A lot of people look at someone's life and think, wow, they're confident because they can do this one thing. Maybe they say she became confident because she started working out, or she became confident because she won this competition, or she became confident because she was the champion at this sport. And maybe those things did help, but if we think like an epidemiologist, we ask what else might be contributing. Maybe confidence came from consistently challenging herself. Maybe it came from trying things she wouldn't immediately be good at. Maybe it came from building the evidence that she could trust herself. Maybe it came from small actions that were repeated over time. That's evidence. So I take these little pieces of evidence throughout my life and I try to apply them and learn from them, and that's what science is really all about. There may not be one single cause. There may be a combination of experiences that shape who we become. And I actually think that's a really beautiful thing, because it means that confidence isn't something you have or don't have. It's something that you can build through action. So the next time you see a health headline, I want you to ask 3 questions. Question number 1, is this showing a relationship or proving a cause? Just because 2 things happen together does not automatically mean that one causes the other. Think about the ice cream and the drowning. Question number 2, what else could explain this? Are there other factors involved? Are there differences between the groups being compared? And question number 3, how strong is the evidence? Was this just one small study or group of people? Was it a large study or group of people? Was it randomized? Was it just an observation? You don't need to become a researcher to think critically about health information or how to apply science to the rest of your life. You just need to become curious. And that's the first lesson in my series, Think Like an Epidemiologist. My goal with this series is not to tell you what health advice to follow. It is to teach you how to think like an epidemiologist and apply this to things in your everyday life to improve your life, improve your confidence, improve yourself. Because the world's full of headlines, opinions, and advice, but the people who can ask better questions are the people who can make better decisions. So remember, the next time you see a health claim, don't ask, is this true? Ask, what else could be explaining this? That one question is where scientific thinking begins. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Comment down below what you are curious about in science, and I really do hope to see you in the next video.